Iello week, day 2 coming up. What's up everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and we are in day 2 of Iello week of the games. And today we are going to show you the next game in the line, and it is Break the Code. It is the newest addition to the Iello library. I think it is 2020. I haven't checked it, but yeah, this is the new game. So basically you are trying to break the code. You are trying to see, depending how many players is playing this game, what other people codes are, what are the codes in the middle, and it is just 5-digit code. So yeah, that is that. Let's get down to the table. Let me show you what you get inside this box, and then we'll talk some more about it. Okay, let's check out Break the Code. And yeah, what you get in here is each of the players will get one of these handy dandy sheets, and over here you will note all the clues that you know about all the players and what numbers do they have. So they either have black or white numbers. The 5 is always a green, so there's like 3 color of numbers, and you need to guess the 5 number code that either is in the middle of the table or each player has, depending how many players you play this game. And yeah, so each of the players will get one of these blinds because you need to cover your code, and you will open it like so. And over here it just uses symbology to tell you what you can do on your turn, and you will have your numbers set up in A, B, C, D, E order. And if you have the two, let's say for example you have 2 2s, you have white and the black number 2, black 2 will be first, then the second yellow 2 will be go after it, and then you can put 3 4 5 or whatever combination of numbers you have. The thing is, your numbers, your code will always have, you always go from the lower to the highest number that you have. And you get the rule book, and the rule book explains you how you play a game in a 2-player game and how you play a game in a 3 or 4-player game. It's all separated, which is really nice, handy dandy thingy. And as I already told you, you get these numbers. So randomly, let's say for example I get these 5 numbers, and let's say I play 2-player game, so somebody will have to guess my code. And if I get these numbers like so, which means I need to put them in the order, so my code would be a T32889. So yeah, and when you are trying to guess my code, you need to guess either it is a white 2 or a black 2, and all of the numbers and all of the colors you need to guess. Of course 5 you always know it's a green. So, and you will try to figure out which numbers I have by playing these cards. So you will have 6 of these cards represented on the in front of you, and you will pick one. For example, let's say I pick this one, and I say, what is the sum of your white numbers? And then the player truthfully needs to tell me that sum of his numbers combined, white numbers, is 10. And then I can deduce something from it or not. If it's the first card, I don't know really much, because any 2 numbers basically can form 9 and 1 can be 10, or I can have like 4 and 6 and have 10. So I don't know yet, but I will definitely find out throughout the game. So if I ask them then the second question, which neighboring tiles have the same color, and so they would tell me my B and C numbers have the same color, so I mark on this board here. However, I want that B and C are the same color, but I don't know which one is it, black or white. So if I find out that this one is black, I know that this one is black too, you know. And you are going through the series of these questions, and once the cards run out, you have one chance to guess the code, or if you think you know the code, you can try and guess the code. And basically, yeah, that's everything that comes in the box of Break the Code. Okay, so that was Break the Code. I must say, I must be honest, as with the day 1 with Schotten Toten, I like puzzle games, I definitely do, but this one looked pretty simple in the sense, what, you are just trying to figure out 5 numbers, and that is that, like, okay, I figure out your 5 numbers, wow, what a big breakthrough. But to be honest, the part of figuring out those numbers is absolutely amazing thing. I just like how this game worked. I also played it with my wife, so a lot. We played it two players, where we were trying to figure out each other codes, and figuring out each other. I thought that okay, somebody will always get the first, like somebody will be better at it and like figure everything, connect everything, and go, oh, okay, so yeah, I know your code, and I'm like nowhere near discovering the code. When in the essence, it is not true. It is pretty tight game. It is pretty how to say, it comes almost always to the last turn, and I say that as a good thing because everybody's figuring out codes and everything, and everybody come at the same time at the realization like, okay, that's it, I know the code, give me a try at it, and you try to guess the code, and sometimes you miss it, sometimes other people get it before you, but the game is pretty tight all through and through. You are basically playing these cards with questions. You have set rules, like set questions that you have to ask other players, and you are trying to guess, and other people are listening. If you're playing four-player games, everybody's getting the notes of what is one doing and what is not. And yeah, it says here 15 minutes. In a four players, it might be a little bit longer, but in a two-player, 15 minutes is correct. And I just absolutely loved how this game teased my brain. So it is absolutely not a hard game to understand, to know how it works, to see. You have like always have 6 questions that you can ask other players or other player, depending how many players you are playing. And it is pretty simple. It is pretty straightforward, but there is some strategy involved asking some questions because you can predict some stuff, like you see your numbers. So if the person says that they have no zero and you have no zero, you know that there's no zeros in your code, so you can cross those off, but they don't know that you don't have zeros, so they think, oh, he might have 0 or 2 because I don't have any, but you still don't have any. I'm talking about two-player game because it is mostly. It is the last time I played it. I played with my wife two-player, and I have that fresh in my mind. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous brain teaser. Pretty easy to get into. It's not that complicated. It sounds like super complicated game. Like, oh my god, all these numbers. Like all these numbers flying past your head, and you're trying to figure out stuff. But it's really not that hard. It is a light puzzly game of trying to figure out what the code is. It is just 5 digits, black, white, and green. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I love it. Also, when I played it with my wife, it was like 11 p.m. and she's really like, she needs her sleep. And she was like, okay, I know it's late, but let's play one more. And if that doesn't tell you anything, then I don't know what to do with you, because this game is absolutely winner, and I don't see ever leaving it my collection because it is absolutely great game. So if you are looking for some brain teasers, but you don't want to like have a swollen big brain, but still you want to feel smart, definitely check Break the Code. Super easy game, not light but easy game to understand, easy to play, and it's really satisfying at the end when you guess the code correctly, and when the person says, yep, you got the code correctly. It is just absolutely satisfying. So yeah, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please do join me next time when I will be going to when I will be going I will going I'm gonna rob a bank, and I'm gonna guess the code by listen to it or some other way. Who knows? Until next time. Pozdrav.